Real World Wildlife Products Generation 2 soybeans have stood the test of time and are well known amongst serious food plotters and land managers. Our soybean blend was the first product we offered when we opened for business back in 2008. As a testimony to the performance of Real World soybeans, sales of Real World soybeans has increased every year that we've been in business. This kind of sales history just does not happen with gimmicky products, as smart consumers soon catch on. Generation 2 soybeans are a blend of 4 different soybean varieties, which were selected from hundreds of different soybeans grown in our test plots. The varieties that we chose to be used in our blend were superior to other varieties in 2 critical areas. First was shatter resistance. When soybeans shatter, the grain falls onto the ground, often in mud or snow where deer have a very difficult, if not impossible, time consuming them. We had to have soybean varieties that would hold the grain in the pod throughout the entire winter. This makes them readily available to deer and other wildlife at a time of year when they need them the most. Once we identified soybean varieties that have superior shatter resistance, we allowed the deer to show us which of these varieties they preferred. Through numerous side-by-side trials and lab analysis samples, we learned that the soybean varieties with the highest fat content were the ones preferred by the deer. The 4 different soybean varieties within our Generation 2 soybean blend each have a different maturity rate. This lengthens the window of time in the fall when green soybean leaf forage is available for deer to browse on. While deer will certainly consume the green soybean leaves during the entire growing period, it is actually the late fall and winter months that deer flock to the dried soybean plants. The worse the weather in the winter, the more the deer crave the high-nutrient soybean grain. The drawing power of Real World's Generation 2 soybeans is so unbelievable in the late season that you almost have to see it to believe it. Generation 2 soybeans are great for beginning food plotters as they are very easy to grow. They come in both a regular blend and a northern blend for planting across a wide portion of the United States. Both are glyphosate tolerant, meaning that you can control weeds by spraying glyphosate herbicide right over the top of your soybean plots. The glyphosate will not harm your soybean plants at all, but will kill most weeds. We strongly urge you to also use a good pre-emergent herbicide on your soybean plots at the time of planting to help control stubborn resistant weeds like water hemp and mare's tail. If you have never planted Real World's Generation 2 soybeans or think they're just another ag soybean, we challenge you to do your own side-by-side comparison and let the deer tell you which one they prefer. We're confident you will plant this game-changing soybean every year once you see it firsthand on your own property.